YouTube broadcast, preparing to live stream. Yeah, this should be on. Good. So, okay, excellent. So it seems to, yes. Yes, I see you on the live stream. So if you have the link that we have circulated, you can check from time to time, but I'm going to remove it for the moment because it gives some echo. Excellent. So, yeah. So, hello again. Hello there, public on Earth. We are the Euromond Mars Poland team, and some of us are at the Analog Astronaut Training Center in Poland, where we are conducting some moon-based simulations for 3 times 1 week. And we have a series of partners in this endeavor. In particular, we will have a link with the Mission Control Center, which is now in the home base at the Analog Astronaut Training Center, in Respietnik, near the Jadwiga Observatory in Poland. But we have also our team, EMMPOL 3 crew, that is currently on the moon, on a moon base. And so we are going to hear everybody. Myself, I am at the moment busy with the European Geoscience Union General Assembly that we have just started. And we had some session already today. And the next day, we are actually going to present some of the results from our campaign. So this Euromond Mars campaign is program, in fact, that we have started some 10 years ago with a mixture of data analysis, instrument development, field test in analog, but also astronaut simulation in Moon and Mars bases. And also it contains some element of inspiration, education, even artistic elements. And that's what makes quite a diverse gallery of all of us here. And so now, without further ado, I would like to ask us Professor Roxana Perrier from IPSA to introduce some of the team and also how IPSA contributes to Euromond Mars. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Nice to see you all. Can I share, please, my presentation?
Yes, yes, you have the Earth floor. Yes.
I don't have it. Okay, now I do. Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes, we do.
Yeah. Okay. Now, I'm representing IPSA in France. And of course, I have a research doctorate in physical chemistry. And I'm a space science and physics teacher at IPSA. But most of all, IPSA is an engineering school in France who has 60 years of experience, more than 50 associations for its students to get involved in all the activities that they are passionate about, and a strong international ties with more than 80 partners universities. How did we get here? So we are mostly training future engineers for aeronautics and space. And you have to understand that we're doing it by project-based learning. And most of it through big projects that we get involved our first and second year of preparatory classes students, and general interest projects where second year preparatory classes and first year engineering school students get involved. They develop projects on data, on space data, on simulators like a glider simulator or a wind tunnel. They construct telescopes or rovers or robots for extravehicular activities, and not only. IPSA got to know Euromond Mars, and afterwards, we started a collaboration with Analog Astronaut Training Center, and that started last year with the Euromond Mars scouting mission in Iceland between May and June 2020, then with the first EMMPOL missions 1 and 2, October 2020, and also through multiple outreach and scientific communication events. So this is how we get to work together, all of us, and that's how we got here today for the EMMPOL 3 mission. So EMMPOL 3 mission that I will let them introduce themselves. Thank you.
Excellent. So thank you very much, Roxana. I would like also now to ask Sarah Batut, Professor Sarah Batut, also to introduce a contribution from Leuven University in this endeavor over the 3 missions.
Yes, sure. Can I have the screen?
Yes. Yes. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if Agatha, is Agatha with you, MCC? Agatha would be next, or she can talk at the end. Yes?
So yes, so thank you very much, Roxana, and thank you, Bernard. It's really a really nice endeavor to be here today and to see also alive and kicking and smiley, but busy and tired a crew. But it's really wonderful to see you all there and that you're still fine. The Belgian Nuclear Research Center, where I'm mainly working together with the KU Leuven and University of Ghent in Belgium, is mainly working on space biology and space medicine. So this is the approach we are coming and we are interested in for the past 20 years. So in that respect, we've been sending experiments to space, to the International Space Station since 2002. So different types of experiments that we have been performing. And basically the experiments, the general idea and the thematic of research is really to understand what is happening at the level of the body, at the level of the physiology of the human body in space conditions. So we are mainly interested in radiation, because radiation is our basically thematic of expertise for more than 70 years at the Belgian Nuclear Research Center. But we are also very interested in other aspects of space conditions. So like microgravity, like isolation and confinement. So what you are living now, what you're experiencing gives us some clues and some interesting data in order to really understand better how teams are functioning when they are isolated. You have experienced that for 4 days. But it's, and you can already feel it. Myself, I went to Antarctica, to the Princess Elizabeth Station, and I could also experience this type of stress and this type. Sometimes you feel loneliness. Sometimes you feel maybe down, or you feel up, and it's not that easy. And it's not that easy to function as a team. Also, astronauts are much more trained than you or me. They are much more trained than that, and they spend years mentally being coached, going over their fears, going over their stress, going over procrastination, being able to do duties after duties and days after days, and they are really trained much more than you or than we are. So what you are doing is an adventure, but it's really an endeavor, because yeah, you most of you didn't know what to expect, and you are doing really fine. So it's all these data. What you are doing now is a part of a big story and a big family of experiments that are taking place on what we call space analogs, and they really give good ideas on how what would be the best team for a future mission to the moon and to Mars. Because we know on the ISS what to expect. It's quite close by. It's about 300, 400 kilometers from the Earth. But to the moon and to Mars, we really need to study that even more. So there is a lot of uncertainty and a lot of research that is needed. And what you're doing now, what you're experiencing is very important for us. I'm just not going to speak too much about that. But what I would like to say is that for my institute, for the Belgian Nuclear Research Center, we have three aspects mainly in mind when we are tackling space research. The first one is biology, radiation biology. How can we make sure that astronauts are going to be strong enough against radiation when exposed to cosmic radiation? The other aspect is how can we make astronauts survive in terms of food and in terms of oxygen and water consumption. So that's where microbiology plays a very important role, space microbiology, in order to recycle, purify water, recycle urine, and produce food. So that's very important. And then the dosimetries, the physicists, are really helpful for measuring radiation inside the ISS, giving us every few months data, and then to prepare and extrapolate for the future. So that's in a few words what I wanted to say.
Excellent, thank you very much. I see that Dr. Agata Kolodecic is with us. And now I want to give you the 2 minutes to describe AATC, the Analog Astronaut Training Center, that is hosting our Your Moon Mars Poland campaign. Agata, back to you.
Yes, so very, very good afternoon. I don't know how to say it properly. I'm not sleeping for many nights, yes, tonight, so my vocabulary is terrible. But yes, I hope that some of you already touched what is Analog Astronaut Training Center. I see wonderful crews, Mission Control Center. You look brilliant today, thank you. And of course, our analog astronauts of EMMPOL 3. I hope you enjoy the habitat. Even we have a really interesting simulation this time. We struggle with several issues, with several interesting problems that we need to solve together with Smart Mission Control Center and Roxana and Sarah. So we are all back in stage, but still very active day by day, night by night. So we are all involved. And about AATC, yes, we are focused on training students, mainly students and people who want to work in space sector. Besides organizing analog simulations, this time both crews will have ability to participate in additional stratospheric missions, which is co-organized with Sarah, with team. We will fly on Wednesday. So I just came back from buying lithium batteries. These are special batteries that can survive minus 60 degrees of Celsius, and they are not in every shop. Then yes, so these two simulations will be also interesting considering your individual experiments. We have plenty of individual experiments of students. So it is also very challenging for each person individually to find out how to manage their own experiments that they designed somewhere in France or in Ireland or in Belgium, and then to manage to do this in completely new environment, which is the habitat. So some of you already know how hard it is to get used to the new environment and completely new procedures of life. Well, I think that's all from my side. If you have any questions, of course, I'm very happy to answer.
Super, thank you very much, Agata. We will have a question and answer session, but now let's tease our audience and go to talk to the Mission Control Center before we go to the crew, the stars of the show, of course. But we have Gary who is at Capcom, and he will introduce us to the Mission Control Center. Each of you will say a few words.
Hello, everyone. My name is Gary Brady. I'm currently the Capcom here for the EMMPOL 3 team. I've been working throughout the day, quite hard, trying to figure out every answer that they have, and get information back and relay as quickly as I can. And we've been doing briefings and debriefings each day to try and update the team, to make sure that they're as informed as they possibly can be. Been working the last couple of days trying to organize these outreach events so we can have great opportunities like this to share with the public and with anyone that's interested with this experience that we're having at the moment. like to pass you on actually to our scheduling officer here, Kevin. He'll talk about what he's been doing the last couple of days.
So yeah, like Gary said, I'm currently the scheduling officer for the EMMPOL 3 team. So I write out schedules to work around all their experiments and daily tasks throughout the day so that they follow a strict protocol. I work closely with Gary so that we can communicate properly with the team and different requests for different experiments or how their day is going, and try figure out the best schedule for them and that what will suit. That's all from me. So I'll pass you on to who's next.
Yeah. Hi, so my name is Hannah Riley and I'm the records officer for MCC. My job is more or less to read the reports written by the crew and to relay any problems or information back to the Capcom and the flight director for our crew. That's me, Kevin.
My name is Kevin Robertson. I'm the data officer for the EMMPOL 3 MCC, and my job is to gather as much data as they're willing to produce and process them as fast as we can to see any correlations or any things that we want to work on.
Yeah, I'm Chirayu. I'm the science officer. I've been helping the crew with problems with their experiment, try to make sure everything runs smoothly. Helping Kevin sort out the schedule and helping Gary as well with the Capcom, and just generally helping everyone with the forms and keeping everything filled in. Morgan?
And I'm Morgan George, and I'm the fire surgeon for the EMMPOL 3 for analog mission.
We're going to show a couple of pictures via Hannah's screen here. This is just a couple of the images that we took over the last couple of days out in Martian terrain. If you ignore the trees.
Martian trees, yes.
With our helmets off.
We're breathing non-toxic air on the moon.
Yeah, that's great.
Over.
And this is at our the observatory where we got a new telescope to be working on over the next couple of days. Agatha's father was kind enough to lend us the telescope while we're here at MCC.
That's it.
And that's it.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Okay.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Thanks. Yeah. Okay, so thanks Mission Control Center or Mission Support Center, because at some stage, I think we have trained the astronaut, we have trusted them, and we will turn them loose. So that's what we say in Apollo astronaut training, the 3T: train, trust, and turn loose. And now, let's see how EMMPOL 3 crew astronauts are doing inside the moon habitat. So I think that we will have them. We will start with Romain, I suppose, or with the Capcom. So, EMMPOL 3, what is yours?
So, hello everybody. I'm Romain. I am the crew commander of EMMPOL 3. I'm currently studying growing plants in microgravity, and also with help from Hannah in the MCC, I'm studying with a spectrometer some biomarkers in soils or fingers or even plants. So now I give the floor to the communication officer, which is Mary.
So hi, my name is Mary. I'm the communication officer for this mission. I've been working with the Capcom for briefing and debriefing every day since we arrived. And I'm currently working on 3 experiments. First, algae growth, kombucha, and also memory test in collaboration with Kevin from the MCC. I'll give the floor to Hugo.
So, hi, I'm Hugo. I'm the biological engineer of the mission. I'm in charge of 4 experiments: the NAP experiment, the balance experiment, the telescope experiment in collaboration with Kevin, and a space experiment. So, and I have to manage also the 3D printer here on the base. That's it.
Hi, my name is Maël Luis. I'm a student at IPSA, and I'm the data officer during this mission, which means that I am the responsible for completing all the data sheets about our food, our power supply, our training sessions, and all these informations that we need to collect. And I have two experiments. First, I'm working on a rover in collaboration with Shirayu at MCC. We are guiding a rover and doing tests on it. And I'm also working on an aquaponics system and testing different settings of temperature and composition in order to improve the system that was created during EMMPOL 1 and 2. I'll give the floor to Sibyl.
Hello, so my name is Sibyl. I am the vice commander of the EMMPOL 3 crew, and I'm studying architecture in Belgium at the UC Leuven. And so in the habitat, my experience is to analyze the habits and how the crew is taking the place. So for example, why are they moving some tables or not, and how they use the space to complete their experiments.
Hi, I'm Shannon Marshall. I'm the crew medical officer for EMMPOL 3. My experiment, I'm looking at cardiovascular system in isolation. Along with Hugo, I'm also working on the NAP experiment, and in collaboration with my fellow Leuven students, I'm taking care of the saliva samples, but also a lot of questionnaires about the habitat and mental health.
Excellent. So I see it great introduction. Do you have any picture you want to show us, or we will do that later, or did you prepare? Otherwise, we will in any case go for some question and also introduce some other members that are involved in supporting this EMMPOL campaign, including some participants to the crew for the next crew, as we will have here 3 successive campaigns, EMMPOL 3 now, EMMPOL 4, and then EMMPOL 5. And so we could also introduce some of the other EMMPOL 4 participants. Are they online? Any other? So we have EMMPOL 4, they are in the mission control, so that's all fine. And then we have some participants from EMMPOL 5. So I see in particular Aoife, Elena. So can you introduce yourself, EMMPOL 5?
Hi. Yeah, Aoife from EMMPOL 5. I'll be commanding alongside Elena, and we are again doing lots of experiments, and we're including some cultural. So I'm the only artist, I believe, on the first 3 EMMPOLs. So I'll be adding some creative experiments to the mix and seeing how that goes. We're going to be doing some performances and stuff. So I don't know what my question is yet. Eileen, do you want to introduce yourself, and then I'll have a little thing?
Yeah, really. Actually, you say you are the only artist. You are the only professional artist, because you convince us that we are all artists.
True.
Yes. Okay.
Everybody is creative, and that is part of my mission, is to make sure everybody knows it too and is empowered by it, because the creative brain is super useful when you're in a scientific environment. So yes, you're all artists. Yes. I just happen to make it my profession as well.
Super. Thank you, Aoife. So Elena?
Yes, hello, my name is Elena. I'm a PhD student at the Belgian Nuclear Research Center, where I'm investigating the effects of spaceflight on the skin and on the brain. And for EMMPOL 5, I will be together with Aoife planning the experiments, being the commanders. Yeah.
Excellent.
I'm looking very forward to it, and it looks very nice also with the crew and the mission command. So
excellent. Yeah. We will have also a dedicated event for EMMPOL 4 and for EMMPOL 5. Huh? So that's great. Now, Yes, we have also Jonas. Is
yeah, Jonas is there. Jonas?
Jonas? Yeah.
He was,
and
yeah.
okay, and we are also looking long in the future, as we have also members of the so-called EMMPOL 6 and 7 campaign that will organize in August, together with a rocket workshop and together with other events at the Analog Astronaut Training Center. So we have Alex Dobney with us. You?
Yeah, hi. I'm going to be, well, at the moment, it looks like I'm going to be Vice Commander for the EMMPOL 6 mission, but of course, as Bernard said, it's quite a while away, so we haven't finalized a lot of the details. I guess my question would go out to the Commander and Vice Commander, but really anybody on the crew there. What would you say was the biggest challenge so far that you hadn't anticipated?
There is a delay between the question and then the moon arriving to the moon.
Yeah, we were cut.
So communication is a challenge. Yes. Technical.
Say it again, please.
Okay. So let's repeat the question. Over.
Yeah. What was the biggest challenge that you hadn't anticipated so far?
I think it's the CO2 level, because every day the MCC is telling us the CO2 level is not good. You need to follow this protocol, and every day we need to do a lot of things to improve the CO2 level, and it still doesn't change anything. So we'll see how it's going during the few days incoming, but the CO2 level is quite hard to manage.
Just look at it that way. You're in the same situation like the ISS. They delayed the entry in the ISS from the Dragon because as they are 11 inside the International Space Station, they had to bring extra CO2 filters for them to be safe. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so
you
yes.
launched the same day as Crew 2. You started your mission the same day, and you had the same problems and those. So you're real astronauts. What do you need more?
If I can show you something, if I can share the screen, I can show you the actual state of the habitat, and the CO2 situation is super good. So it is not bad. And MCC is working very hard on it, that you have a good quality level of air. So I will try to share the screen now, okay? Good.
You know, the limit for the planet is 400 ppm in CO2, but
So
in a confined place, if you have 5,000 ppm, you are still fine. Here you are below.
We had 6,000 ppm and we were fine, but of course, Polish people are different. But generally, all the levels are okay. Maybe some bedroom entrance, you see it is above 2,000, but still the security border is 3,000. Even in the literature, of course, it is written 2,000, but to obtain some physiological symptoms, you need to sustain this kind of high levels of CO2 for longer than a few hours. And here we have complete variations in these CO2 levels. So you can see on the graph here how it looked like today from night. By the way, we didn't sleep because we are monitoring all the time their CO2 levels, and that is why it is so hard from our side, because we are taking care of astronaut safety and we are responsible for that. But in general, we see there is no real serious problem. You see here also some current temperature parameters and humidity. Also, we lowered down now the humidity because it was too damp. And now everything is, I think, great. So that's all from my side.
Excellent. Good. So we have a question from Celia, and then from Aoife. Yeah. Yeah, please unmute yourself, Celia. Over.
Yes.
please unmute.
I try to ask, but someone is also talking. I don't know.
That's good. That's good.
Okay. I would like to ask to both groups if you can imagine, or in the imagination, to have some minutes with me one day, because you are very busy. I don't want to disturb you, to bother you, but I would like to show you something about emotional intelligence. It's very mathematical. I remind you again, if you think it's possible for you or this is too much, and then we can do for other group. I would like to ask you if you think somehow we can do half an hour, I can do something and you learn about emotional intelligence, also about a little bit. And yeah, this is my question. If you think could help you in the group.
Hi, Celia. I am the scheduling officer at the moment for EMMPOL 3. So if you would like, you can get in touch with me and maybe we can see if we can schedule a time that would suit both you and the crew.
Yeah, and I think that you could apply it also to the Mission Control Center team.
Yeah.
They have some time also they can discuss with you, and then later they could schedule you a slot with a crew in the base. And then the mission support will become EMMPOL for crew, so they will be briefed already. Excellent. Good. We have a question from Aoife.
Hi. So my question is, what time did you finish on your first full day? And what was the first thing you did when you finished?
For the first time, the first full day.
Yeah, first full day.
We finished at midnight, I think. And we finished with STP test. Subjective time perception test. Because,
can you explain STP? What is STP?
Did you do something together afterwards, or did you all just do your own thing? What was your first thought? What did you go for a tea? Did you go to bed? What was the first thing?
Well, the mission was launched at 4 a.m. the previous day, so we're just looking forward to going to bed. So the first group activity was the next day. We played the game all together the next day.
Okay.
Yeah, you were asking about the psychological test that Brent and Celia have been preparing. So maybe Brent can give a little bit
Excellent, yes.
Of an update.
Yes, so I am giving the participants, well, quite a few questionnaires this week. I'm sorry again if it's too many. We can see afterwards if we can change something. But so yeah, so far so good. Everyone's been answering everything, and we'll see about the results in the future.
Good.
But you are very happy that they have all answered, huh?
Yes, yes, of course, of course.
Thank you so much, yeah. Thank you.
These are the principle of EMMPOL: safety first, but then research and discipline, and a bit later, so human simulation and outreach, comfort, and the last one is low pay and eternal glory. Yeah, so that's where you are. So, and I wanted also to introduce some of the other members of the support team. So we have Sonia Pavi, and she has been very instrumental in pre-organizing the IPSA team together with Mathieu Lafont and Roxana. So Sonia, you want to introduce yourself? How is it to support the team?
Yes, so hello, I'm Sonia Pavi. I'm in the third year at IPSA, just like Maël and Hugo. And yes, with Mathieu and Mrs. Perrier, we spend a lot of time before the mission to try to organize everything so that everything can run smoothly right now.
Excellent. So now if you want to ask a question, you can just ask directly, because we have an open forum. Also, you can put on the chat, and then I know that I can call you. Anybody has a question for the crew of MCC?
I have a question.
Yes, Sarah.
So you seem all very devoted, motivated, and so you seem to have really a very strong program of research. So I'm just wondering how you manage to cope with all the research program that you are doing, and plus the questionnaires and the exercise, and so how is organized your day, and how do you manage to organize all that? You are extremely efficient.
Well, I think we have to thank Kevin for his scheduling skills, because we know it's very hard for him to manage the remarks we had for schedule. So no, he's doing a great job, and we have very organized days. So it's really helpful for us. We just have to look what we have to do and then stick to the schedule. So yeah, no, it's been really organized, but yeah, at the end of the day, we still have a lot to do with all the questionnaires. So we spend a great hour or two every evening to answer everything, but it's going well.
Excellent, thank you.
So let me introduce you some of our collaborators that have just joined our group, and they are the so-called ExoMars LIPS team. And so we have, for instance, Patricia Lakomich from University College London, but also Poland. So do you have any question, Patricia, or how do you see the relevance of this simulation for Moon-Mars research?
Yeah, my question is, what has been the best part so far?
I think it's the commander's jokes. They're amazing. Loma is making some very good jokes.
Excellent.
And in the MCC?
The communication between the MCC and the base, I would say, is the best. Obviously, we get to keep updated on what they're doing inside the base, and it's feeding us information for when we're in the base for next week. So hopefully, it'll help us for next week.
Excellent. So we have also, with us some of the future teams, in particular for EMMPOL 6, that have been identified, like Pauline, Sol, and Malcolm. So can you introduce yourself and how you plan to learn from this heroic EMMPOL 3 to 5 teams? Pauline? Or Malcolm?
Yes, I'm here. Good evening, everyone. My name is Malcolm, and I'm a second-year student at IPSA. And so I'm very glad to be part of this new adventure, and I can't wait to make some experience that you're actually leading, guys. And so yeah, I'm very excited to be part.
Excellent. That's a continuous flow. And Pauline is with us.
Yes. You hear me?
Yes, we hear you loud.
Yes. I'm so excited to participate at all these experiences, and yes, I'm so excited. I want to create some experiences and participate to discover other experiences. Sorry.
Mm-hmm. Yes, discovery. Yes, that's also one of the principles of EMMPOL. Huh? So, and your Moon-Mars in general, so trying to make research, train, learn, and also progress ourselves individually and as a group. Excellent. So looking forward. So I was introducing the ExoMars LIPS team. So also we have with us Leander. He's an astronomer from Vienna Observatory. So hello, Leander. So do you have any question or any comment for our EMMPOL team?
Oh yeah, very interesting mission. How has the food been so far on the mission?
With the cook, yes.
I think we have a lot of peppers and that's the main problem for the food, because we are not used to it that much. But still, it's eatable, so it's okay. But,
oh, yeah.
That's some really good pasta.
Yeah.
Yeah, big challenge to find an intercultural food for such a diverse crew. So that's, but yes, it's good to learn beyond your sphere of experience. Yeah.
And do you have the same food for the FCC and for the crew?
Sorry?
Is it the same food for?
No, it's slightly different. We don't get as many tomatoes. That's one thing. And our tomatoes don't be frozen in the fridge. Yeah, I'd say the food here is a lot better than it is in the habitat at the moment. So not looking forward to next week.
Yeah, but for the crew, if you want that we change the food, we can also send you powder food, and then you will have to cook it by yourself with water. Yeah, like. No, but that's I think yeah, you have a very special treatment, and it's a great experience. So good. So any other question? Who didn't speak? Jesse. And
hi,
Tim.
I'm here.
Yes, Jesse. Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice to get introduced to all of you guys. It seems like one great big family. Actually, I wanted to ask about the food as well, but you guys answered that, so I don't have any questions. But looking forward to joining in more often and seeing what kind of experiments you guys run.
Okay, so it's important that we look after the food. We didn't put that in the top priority of the simulation, but yes, at some stage, yes, it's important to have a good balance for good performance and a good team work, and also taking a meal together is an important social ingredient. Good.
May I add something?
Please. Yes.
Like all astronauts, they have a special diet. Like before going to space, the astronauts will take care of putting together all their meals, and for the simulation was the same. They had their meals programmed, so their diet is special for the intravehicular activities. So yeah, they have to be different from what they know, especially as it's a multicultural and international team. It is very different from French, Belgian, and Dutch cuisine. So I think that's also one of the challenges for them to adapt to this new kind of diet, and also to this new rhythm. What I was wondering is how did they manage to adapt, and how long it would take, because they are day 4. They still have 3 days inside. I was wondering it was hard for them to get used to this very active rhythm of their life inside the habitat, because it's very different from what they live day-to-day life as students.
Mm-hmm. Excellent. So I see Joël Murat, you want to introduce yourself as you are going to collaborate with us?
Yeah. Hello, everyone. I'm Joe. I'm a master's student in astronautics and space engineering at Cranfield University, UK. I just finished my project with Airbus. We developed a sustainable satellite in geo-orbit, and I'm also a payload engineer, where we developed a satellite which will be used for lunar surface observation. And right now I'll be working on developing a crane which will help the analog astronauts to get into the lava tubes and come out, and maybe to deliver small payloads, which might be using in the future space missions. And it's so good to see you guys. I can see a Mars generation. Good luck.
Excellent. Yeah, good. Excellent. Team Rocket, do you have a question for us? Or you are still busy on working on the return rocket from the moon to Earth? So who is behind Team Rocket? Yes, I think that they are working hard because we want to secure that you come back safely to Earth without any problem, as the way to the moon went fine. And so now, because we have promised, and I know you have a busy schedule, all of you, and we wanted to end at 7 CEST sharp, I propose that you go, each of you 30 seconds concluding statement. So we start with a crew, and without any time lost, you have prepared this. Let's have the crew. Over. 30 seconds each. So what is next? Or yes, what is the spirits? And yes, how is it so far? Yes.
So we are on day 4 and we will stay until day 7. So it's been we have done the half. So it's pretty quick for us, but it's really a great experience. And thank you all to be there. And thank you for listening to us.
Good.
And thank you.
Yeah, next.
Yeah,
each of you.
We have a lot of things to do. We are busy all of the day, and we try to manage as possible to end all of the experiments. So, and thank you for the MCC to coordinate this all the information.
Yeah, we're just up for the mission, but I think we already learned a lot about ourselves and living all together. So just for social interaction, this is already a success. So I'm really happy to be here, and I'm really happy to be with this group.
Yes, for me it's the same. I'm really happy. In this mission, we are busy all the day, going to bed really late, having a lot of things to do, but it's really good to have at every meal an hour to speak together and have fun, doing listening to music, dancing, a lot of things. Yeah.
Yeah, for myself, I can already see some changes, for example, in my sleeping habits, because at the beginning I had to take naps during the 3 first days, but today I didn't, so I'm very happy. And so, yeah, everything is going well here, and we're already happy together. It's a nice time.
Yeah, it's really great to be here. It's also very, there's a lot of variety in our schedule, and it's just a great learning experience, and I'm enjoying every minute of it.
Super. Okay, so it seems that the spirit is good. So maybe we could extend it to 1 year if you want. And so let's move to the Mission Control Center. Your statement for the future.
Yeah, so straight after this, we're going right into writing the debrief now for the team. Make sure that they've kept up to date with the day and update them with any other information that we haven't given them just quite yet for today. After that, then busy schedule for the rest of the night for them, and then hopefully they'll hit the bed nice and early to wake up bright and early tomorrow.
Do it all over again.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like Gary said, busy night ahead of ourselves, and I'll be organizing the schedule for the next few days, and looking at the few changes that we might have to make to work around those experiments. But the experience is very good so far, really enjoying it, and yeah, like you said, spirits are high, I guess.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward actually to reading the reports, as I've been reading them every day and looking at their photographs and stuff that they've been uploading. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm really looking forward to next week, obviously, as well, to getting to do it ourselves. So that should be a really good experience.
We've also been working on some small technical things. We could make the crew print themselves from a 3D printer, or bring in ourselves in our own mission to improve the air quality and other things about the habitat.
Yeah, I'm just looking forward to getting more data from the rover, seeing how their experiments can go wrong and how I can help fix it. Yeah, it should be fun.
Yeah, and I can wait to start my own experimentation on the architecture, spaces architecture, and it's really funny to be here. Thanks.
You're on mute, Bernard.
ISS astronaut team to have a lot of fun. So I think you have also fun. That's one of the important ingredients that comes with your motivation and also what you are doing. So, okay, so let's get some final word from, oh, I see also we have Mary here with us. Mary, did you have any question? Mary is from Art Moon Mars and Moon Gallery.
Yeah, I was wondering about your day and night rhythm, because yesterday there was this proof with people in a cave in France who had to stay there for a certain amount of days, and they were not allowed to know the time. So all the way they had the time there in the cave was just, well, their natural feelings. And they were let out and all very surprised, because they really thought they had like 10 more days to go, but the time already was up. How is that feeling for you time-wise? Is it very different from in the real world or not? I was wondering.
How is time perception in the moon base?
Yeah. Or are you
don't have any
really
window.
watching the clocks?
We are watching the clock, so it's really easier for us, and it allows us to follow the schedule, which is really important. But we don't have any sunlight, so that's kind of weird. But we have some UV or infrared light, so which can be set automatically through the daily hours. So it helps us to know which time it is.
And what is it? What is it compared to your feeling? Like daytime wise or nighttime wise?
Well, the first day it was really weird to wake up and have no sun, so we were all a little bit lost. And when it was like 4 in the afternoon, we thought it was 8. So yeah, the first 2 to 3 days we were a bit lost, but now we actually get used to it. And as our day are really organized, we know with the meals and everything where are we in the day. So you get used to it. It's, yeah, after a few days you get used to it.
Okay, but it took a few days.
Good. Actually, I did some experiment in my youth where I stayed 3 full days and nights in a cave as well without a watch, and we were also completely shifted more onto Mars time. So it was a sign. And Agatha actually is performing this type of biochronology experiment, looking at the effect of light, of colors perception, and in our perception of time. And so we could extend also some of this experiment in the future crew. Yeah.
Yeah,
Agatha?
I thought it was really interesting.
Yeah. Agatha, yeah, we learn about how the brain and the body work. Agatha, you need comment?
Yes, I just wanted to remind that Thomas Pasquet in his Alpha mission is now testing subjective time perception on ISS. So this is a really hot topic. And maybe EMMPOL 4, do you want to be somehow cheated with time?
Yeah, we could cheat you on the time. Oh, you didn't know that your 1 hour on your clock is in fact 2 hours real time. Oh, yeah, we could also do that. We could change the perception of time and see what is the real physical time compared to the perceived time.
If you want, we can set up a completely different type of clock for EMMPOL 4 mission. It depends on you.
And in this International Space Station is very different. You know, the day and night cycle is 90 minutes. On the moon, a day is 2 weeks and the night is 2 weeks. So we could make all the possible duration of the day for you, and we see how you cope. Yeah, that could be quite a profound experience. Good. So we are close to the closing time. So I would like also to ask Roxana, Sarah, and Agatha to see, okay, how do you see how it goes? Any perspective?
It looks like they are doing all the experiments that they had prepared very well. So congratulations for all the hard preparation, and it seems to go as as planned. Of course, there are issues, but the experimentation seemed to be going fine. And wishing you a lot of luck for the rest of the mission for both groups, and good luck to MCC for the EMMPOL 4 mission, and I hope we'll also join regularly. I don't know. I think we have scheduled another moment together on Wednesday at 6 o'clock. So we confirm that. So if it would be possible to have a small update on Wednesday, that would be great.
And we could also invite some external public for this one, because I think this was also kind of a rehearsal of. But I think we exchanged a lot of very nice stuff, and so we could also invite the friends and the friend of your friends to see how you behave on the moon or mission control or whatever. Yeah, good. Agatha?
From my point, from my side, I think that everything goes great comparing to other crews. So actually all crews seem to be motivated and focused on their tasks. So from organizational part, everything seems to flow as according to the plan. And I'm very, very happy to see this. Of course, I wish both crews to present something for the conference. We moved the conference time for 4 p.m. because of many issues, PCR tests, buying the stuff to the habitat. So there will be a shorter conference, but we are expecting presenting some results, what you have done. And we hope that you will really have something to show, not only nice photos, but also some scientific results. So for me, this is the most important. Please go on, and you still have some days to prepare your slides. Then I'm off for
Wednesday. Agatha, is it Wednesday at 4 o'clock?
So we have a handover
Friday. Friday.
We have handover workshop from EMMPOL 3 to EMMPOL 4, but Wednesday we have a kind of a briefing like we did today. Yeah.
Okay. On Wednesday, me and MCC crew, we may be in the prison in Ukraine, so we might have no contact with you. So please be prepared, because we have landing of our payload, stratospheric mission payload, next to the Ukraine border, and this is a NATO border too. And I know that there are many complications with these kind of issues. So I don't know what will happen on Wednesday. Keep fingers crossed.
So I think what we'll keep is the Monday is a good time to do each EMMPOL briefing. So we had the EMMPOL 3 today. Next Monday we could do EMMPOL 4. Following Monday, EMMPOL 5. So internal briefing of where we are, and then identifying during the week another event which is more for outreach for outside, and depending on your public at a given time. And clearly we have also other other commitments, and then we will organize them directly with the crew if you are not there with the mission control.
So here you see where we land. The green dot is our landing site, but this is the prediction today. I don't know what will happen tomorrow. And tomorrow, 4 p.m., we will have the final go or no go signal.
Okay. Yeah. So we'd love also to have some news from the stratospheric experiment. Tim is with you as well. Yeah. So and so to see also what you do with your stratospheric balloon experiment. Good. I think that we have almost to close. In my case, I had to prepare one slide which summarizes all the Euromode Mars. Oh yes, can I get the slide back? Yes, and I want to show you this because I have a presentation. Yes, can I share? I have a presentation on. Okay, this is this. Can you see it?
Not yet.
Nope.
Okay, so share screen. No.
And whilst Bernard is trying to find a presentation, Agatha would like to thank you warmly for everything you are doing, because you're coping.
Yes.
Not easy at all. Thank you so much for what you are doing. And
yes. So in any case, I have also prepared for EGU a series of a summary of what we do over in your Moon Mars. We have a number of presentations, and I want also to congratulate all of you for your support, remote support, for your interest, our public, the media also that are here. Please write a story and send it to your newspaper. If you want, also if you know some media, please communicate with them and tell them about the story, and we start to post as well some material for the media and for the social media to pick up. I think it's a great adventure made of science, technology, but also human frontiers, and a lot of fun, as you can see, very international, inspirational. And clearly, I think that we have a great stories to tell. And so we'll put some pictures, some stories, and we also get some very nice science results that we started to discuss. Will be very exciting at the end of the workshop. So thanks very much for this 1 hour. That's a so-called Your Moon Mars 60 minutes, EMMPOL 60 minutes. It's a new TV show that we are starting. And we will have another series with EMMPOL 4 crew next week, and EMMPOL 5 with IFE also the following week. And we have a number of events where we'll also spread the news to the world. Yeah? Okay, and yes, at the moment, so, and I hope to, I will see you all in person in Krakow or in Leiden. We have also some, are planning to organize a Your Moon Mars Earth Space Innovation Workshop in Leiden from around 6 to 10 of June, where we'll also present some of the results. And we have also a number of campaigns that are coming up. We have a campaign, Chilice. We have just been joined by Mark Emskerk, that is organizing Chilice that is now planned for July, so in Iceland. And I want also to say that we have received confirmation. I discussed with the Catania director of the observatory, and for also a field campaign that we'll have at Etna, and this will be on the from the 8th to the 11th of July. And so I will give you some detail. But now let's focus on EMMPOL and what all this beautiful experience that you are conducting, and all this also what you're going to learn and share with all of us. So thanks. So let's go to the stars now, and good, best wishes to everybody. Thank you very much, and over.
Good luck. Thank you.
Yes.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.
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 Oh, this went well. Well done, huh?
Super, super,
Yeah.
super.
Yeah, nice, nice rhythm. Good.
Yeah, they are doing really well. No, yeah, so great to see them.
But
also the cohesion in the group. It's really
Yeah.
great to see that.
But it was so nice to see that the left group is very active. No, in the body is active, and the other no, they are very tired.
Yes, yes.
The feeling of the body, no, the body language. No,
Yeah,
one
but
is
I
want to go active, and the other one is
yes. Make an analysis of that. That's good.
This is really great. They are doing.
They're working a lot. That's why I was wondering how long did they took to switch
Excellent.
rhythms.
So I'm going to cut the video now to our public, to the public that was on the YouTube Your Moon Mars live stream. So our best wishes to you from the moon, from the mission control, from everywhere on planet Earth. And see you at our next show. Thank you very much.